Debbie is with us in Houston, Texas. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. How are you this afternoon?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, thank you so much for taking this call, and I really appreciate your ministry, and I need your opinion on something.
Okay.
I have an IRA account with a long-term friend as my broker. He had me in a program. The account exceeded a little over $1 million a few years back, and he put me in a program with, I guess, Crestford. They were making stock selections for me, so I had stocks and cash in the account. And I realized this past March that I was paying 1.8% as a management fee, which was around $20,000 a year. So I renegotiated the fee with him. We got it down to 1.1%, and that eliminated Crestford. But he told me that he could manage the account with his group. And shortly after that, in looking at my statements, he liquidated all of the Crestford stocks. He parked about $600,000 in cash for about 6 weeks, and now I have a little over $1 million in mutual funds and bonds, and I have some cash. He repurchased different stocks, about $77,000 of stocks. I have some ETFs and fixed rate securities. I don't understand all of this, but he didn't discuss any of those changes. It seems very significant to me, and I just wanted your input. Is this normal or okay, or is this something I should be very concerned with?
It's not abnormal. It's not like he's doing something that's crooked.
Right.
It's not okay because you didn't know he was going to do all of that.
No.
And so it's not like he broke a law or even a moral code or something. But in terms of serving his customer, he's left you feeling like, well, what the flip's he going to do next and not tell me?
Right.
And so I don't know where he got the idea that he was to cut loose and do whatever he wanted to do, but that we need to stop that idea real quick.
I've lost confidence in him. At this point, should I let him continue to manage? Okay.
Not if you lost confidence in him.
Well, and I feel bad because he's a friend.
I don't feel bad.
Okay.
It's $1 million freaking dollars.
Yeah, and it's my retirement. I mean,
and
this
it's
is
your
my
money. It's not his money.
Okay.
And so, I think, you can sit down and say, listen, I don't want to lose our friendship if I can keep from it. But all these moves scared me. Mm-hmm. And I'm not comfortable with this relationship anymore from a business standpoint. And so I'm going to be moving my account. But I want to let you know that up front. Which, by the way, is something you didn't do when you moved my money around.
Right.
But, I think you do need to move it, mainly because this has got you on tilt.
Yes.
And like you said, you don't have the confidence. Now what do I personally do with $1 million? I don't have any of it in single stocks.
Okay.
And I'm not buying and selling and jumping in and out of things. I buy a series of good growth stock mutual funds that have long track records, and unless one of them goes bad, I leave it there. My accounts don't need a lot of managing.
Okay, so just mutual funds, and that's sufficient for my IRA account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because, you ought to be able to average, 10, 12, 13% on that kind of an account over time. Some years better, some years worse, depending on what the market in general is doing. But I'm spread across a bunch of different mutual funds, but across generally the 4 categories we talk about. My personal investments are what I teach people to do. I don't do any different than that, and I don't have managed accounts. I certainly didn't turn over carte blanche to somebody to start buying and selling single stocks on my account under any circumstances. And if you're not going to be buying and selling, then there's not a lot of needs for some of the other instruments that you're using there. So, I'm pretty simple, and I'm comfortable being simple because most of the wealthy people I know are fairly simple on what they do. You don't have to be ultra sophisticated to be right.